14 episodes ago, I made you a promise. I said I would show you how to build a novel that does not collapse, how to move from idea to finished manuscript without getting lost, how to apply systematic thinking to an art form that often resists systems. I have done that. Using the Reader of the Empress as our case study, we have walked through every stage: the architecture, the acts, the scenes, the motifs, the prose, the revision, the business. Today, I'm going to bring it all together, and I have an announcement. Welcome to the final episode of The Architect's Method. I am Luigi Pascal Rondanini, and this is episode 14, The Complete Framework. Let me give you the complete method in one place, 7 stages, from vision to publication. Stage 1. Complete vision. Before you write a word, you must see the whole story, not just the beginning, not just a vague sense of the ending, the whole arc. Answer the 4 questions. What does your protagonist want at the beginning? What do they discover that changes everything? What choice do they face because of that discovery? Who do they become by the end? Map your emotional architecture. What do you want readers to feel at each stage? What is the shape of the journey? Develop your complete vision until you can close your eyes and watch the story unfold from beginning to end. No gaps, no uncertainty. This is weeks 1 through 3. Do not skip it. Do not rush it. The vision is the foundation. Stage 2. Research mastery. Gather the knowledge your story requires. Not all knowledge, not infinite research. The specific information that serves your vision. Use the priority system. Priority 1, essential for plot. Priority 2, important for credibility. Priority 3, interesting but optional. Set time limits. Research expands to fill available time. Constrain it. Get what you need and move forward. This is weeks 4 through 7. Research serves the story. The story does not serve research. Stage 3. Architectural design. Build a skeleton, 4 acts, act turns, major beats, load-bearing scenes. Define what each act must accomplish. Identify the inciting incident, the midpoint, the crisis, the climax, the resolution. Map your chapters to your acts. Know how many chapters, roughly how many words each, and what function each serves. This is weeks 8 through 10. The skeleton is what prevents collapse. Stage 4. Character as function. Design characters who serve the story. Ask, what role does this character play in the architecture? Are they catalyst, mentor, obstacle, mirror, ally, antagonist? Every character must have a function. If a character does not serve the structure, they should not exist. After function, add personality. Make them vivid, make them real, but function comes first. This is weeks 11 and 12. Stage 5. Genre integration. If your novel blends genres, establish hierarchy. One genre is primary. It owns the structure. Other genres enhance but do not compete. Test for conflicts. Thriller pacing versus literary reflection. Romance beats versus mystery investigation. Resolve conflicts in favor of your primary genre. For The Reader of the Empress, historical drama primary, political thriller secondary, philosophical Bildungsroman tertiary. This is weeks 13 and 14. Stage 6. Skeleton construction. Build scene-by-scene blueprints. For each scene, define purpose, conflict, revelation, progression, hook. The skeleton should be detailed enough that you can write any scene without structural decisions. You know what each scene must accomplish before you write it. This is weeks 15 through 18. Stage 7. Disciplined execution. Write a draft. Follow the skeleton. Maintain daily vision alignment. Document impulses without acting on them. Conduct weekly progress reviews. Protect your vision from drift. If you start wandering, catch it early. Use the diagnostic toolkit. Return to structure. This is weeks 19 through completion. For a full novel, typically 6 to 9 months of drafting. After stage 7, revision. Multiple passes, structural, then line level. Run the completion criteria. When all 8 are met, the manuscript is done. Then, Stage 8, Publication Preparation. Query letters, synopsis, agent research, platform building. The business side. 7 stages, plus revision, plus publication preparation. That is the architect's method, a complete system for building novels that work. Let me tell you what this method is not. It is not a formula. It does not tell you what to write. It tells you how to structure what you want to write. It is not a guarantee. Following the method does not guarantee publication or success. It guarantees that you will finish a structurally sound manuscript. It is not the only way. Some writers thrive on discovery. Some writers need chaos before order. If that works for you, keep doing it. But if you have unfinished manuscripts, if you start strong and lose your way, if you write and write but never complete, this method is for you. The method is designed for finishers, for writers who want to hold a completed novel in their hands, for writers who are tired of fragments and abandoned drafts. Build before you write. Plan before you draft. That is the core principle. Everything else flows from it. Let me tell you what happened with the Reader of the Empress. I started with complete vision. Anna's arc from invisibility to influence to chosen invisibility. Catherine's court as the crucible. Complicity as the theme. I researched 18th century Russia until I could write any scene without stopping. I built the 4-act architecture. I designed characters with functions. I integrated genre. I constructed the skeleton. Then I drafted. And I drifted. Chapter 47. 73,000 words with no direction. But the method caught me. The diagnostic showed the drift. I returned to the skeleton. I triaged. I bridged back. The final manuscript is 85,944 words, 30 chapters plus coda, 4 acts in proportion, motives balanced, mirrors complete, criteria met. The method worked, not because I followed it perfectly, because it caught my mistakes, because it provided a path back when I lost the way. That is what structure does. It does not prevent errors, it makes errors recoverable. Now the announcement. The Reader of the Empress will be published. After 7 revisions, after meeting all completion criteria, after query letters and submissions, the novel has found its home. The journey that began with complete vision has reached its destination. The manuscript is becoming a book. I share this not to boast, but to demonstrate. The method works. It took me from an idea to a finished manuscript to publication. The same path is available to you. If you have followed these 14 episodes, if you have applied the principles to your own work, you are on the same path. Keep going, the destination is real. Let me leave you with some final thoughts. Writing a novel is hard. Anyone who tells you otherwise is lying. It requires sustained effort over months or years. It requires emotional investment. It requires facing your limitations. But it is possible. Thousands of novels are published every year. Real people, not geniuses, not chosen ones, just writers who finished what they started. You can be one of them. Not through inspiration. Inspiration is unreliable. Not through talent. Talent without structure produces fragments. Through method, through systematic work, through building, before writing, and protecting your vision through the drift. The architect's method is one system. There are others. Find what works for you. But find something. The graveyard of unfinished novels is vast. It is filled with promising beginnings and abandoned middles. It does not need another occupant. Finish your novel. Whatever method you use, whatever struggles you face, finish. That is the only thing that matters. Thank you for listening to this series. 14 episodes, from complete vision to publication preparation, from the 4 questions to the query letter, every stage of building a novel. I hope it has been useful. I hope you apply what you have learned. I hope you finish what you have started. The custom GPT remains available. The Rondonini Architect's Method, version 8 Master Edition. It can diagnose your manuscript, identify drift, track motifs, and guide you through every stage. The companion workbook is available, worksheets for every stage, checklists for completion, templates for queries and synopsis. Links in the show notes, as always. And The Reader of the Empress will be available soon, the novel that served as our case study, Anna's story, finally reaching readers. I will share details when publication is confirmed. For now, the announcement. It is happening. The method led to a book. This is the final episode of the Architect's Method podcast, first series. But it is not the end. There will be more. More episodes, more case studies, more tools and techniques. The method continues to develop. Subscribe to the feed. Follow at rondanini.com. There is more to come. Until then, build well, finish what you start, and trust the architecture